I may be one of the only crazy people entering islands instead of leaving them today. This isn't usually how a vlog starts out. It's actually 4 o'clock right now, and I've recorded like the whole day up to this point, but I haven't actually had the time to sit down and have this conversation. So hopefully you read the title and realize this isn't a normal vlog, this is a hurricane vlog. Now I'm not like giving up on all my other vlogs and everything, but for the next couple of days, because this hurricane is coming, these vlogs are going to be mostly 100% about the hurricane. They're going to be about how we're preparing for the hurricane, the actual hurricane hitting, how the city's reacting, how everything is happening, and kind of the aftermath. Now as of right now, it is 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, September 7th, 2017, the hurricane is shifted east a little bit more. Now the hurricane is supposed to hit Miami directly and then go into the Gulf and then hit somewhere in the Carolinas. But that's not completely accurate. See, the problem with hurricane models is they're only good to about 3 days. So any of that after 3-day stuff, it's not going to be totally accurate. They're literally playing a guessing game. And so yeah, there's a huge possibility that's actually what happens, but there are still some models that say it's going to go west, that's going to curve and kind of do what Charlie did. Because of that, we really truly won't actually know what's happening until later tonight. It's supposed to make landfall sometime between Saturday and Sunday, so we won't really truly know exactly where it's going to supposedly hit, giving a little bit of leeway until later tonight. And even then it can change. Hurricane Charlie was not predicted to hit anywhere near where it actually did. Originally it was supposed to hit the peninsula of Florida, and it ended up hitting like a southern point of not like all the way south in Florida, but like mid to south. And so like no matter what, these hurricanes are pretty unpredictable. Today I'm going to go around and you're going to see what I'm doing today, but what I'm planning on doing for the rest of the time is trying to get as many drone shots of what the area looks like before the storm and then after the storm, so we can see like the flooding, we can see some damage, stuff like that. Most of Sarasota is a no-fly zone because of the airport and some other things, so I'm gonna have to go to places where I can fly legally-ish. And one last thing, I do have my trip to Michigan. I have that vlog that I have not yet uploaded. I'm gonna combine that whole weekend, that whole travel, and then what I've recorded since then. Now, I've been sick, and so I haven't really recorded like much of anything, but I've done a couple things like marketing on Maine, and I've hung out with friends, and there's some good stuff. So there's going to be 2 more like big vlogs, and then the rest of them are going to go back to daily vlogs. I'm not going to be editing those until I don't really know when, because these are like the most important, and I need to every night go home and edit these and make sure these get posted as often as I can. Now, if we lose internet, obviously I'm not going to be able to post them, but I don't think we're going to lose internet because right now the storm's not supposed to hit us. But for now, the main focus is like this hurricane stuff. And not to try to scare anybody, but just to show people what it's actually like. It's 4 o'clock and I can't get gas anywhere. Nowhere has gas. I know every day they're refilling the gas pumps, but still, if you need gas, it's really tough. I know there's no water. I know most places don't even have food. I know there's no plywood left. We've been out of all of this stuff now for 4 days. So when they say you need to be prepared for a hurricane, this is a prime example of why you need to be prepared for a hurricane. So now that all of that has been said, we're gonna rewind to like the part of the vlog where it actually starts, not like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So the first location I'm going to, even though it's really far from where I actually live, it's pretty close to where I was because I was at work. So I've decided to go to Anna Marie Island. I'm gonna fly the drone out here a little bit and just get some good video. For any of you who are insane We the Kings fans like I am, you'll know that Travis, the lead singer, is actually on this beach quite a lot. But usually he's not this far south. I hope I still run into him one day so I can say hi. I mean, like, I've met him before, but it was at his concert, and it's not really the same. The next spot that I'm going to is my favorite place in the entire city. The most unfortunate thing about this place is it floods a lot. If we get a really hard rainstorm, this road floods. And so there's a huge chance I'm not gonna be able to make it here immediately after the storm, but I'm gonna try. Like, this part of the road especially always is flooded when it rains a lot. I 100% need to change out of these work clothes because polo and pants in this 91-degree weather is just not floating. that was like a hurricane pun. I'm out here getting some really good time lapses, not only for this vlog, but hopefully for a couple in the future, because I don't know the next time I'll be able to go out and get stuff like this. I don't entirely know my plans for tomorrow, but I'm going to try to do as little driving as possible, only to save gas. As the hurricane currently stands, it is not coming to the west side of Florida, which is where I live. But that could change at any minute. So the truth is, we really don't know. Now, the hurricane itself, if it doesn't hit us and it hits the East Coast, isn't going to be super bad. Other than flooding though. A couple weeks ago when Harvey came by, it didn't even come close, and we flooded really bad here and in Bradenton. And truly, like, a lot of the East Coast had a lot of flooding. Some of the roads were closed for a couple of days. And so just because we don't directly get hit by the hurricane itself doesn't mean we're not gonna have some damage. Now, like, back over here, there are a ton of boats. There's like 20 boats in this area, and they're all sailboats, and I don't think their owners are going to come and move them. Now, if we get directly hit, they're probably all going to get destroyed, but there's a possibility some of them break off their anchor and actually damage other things or damage themselves. I just hope that doesn't happen, but it probably will. See, like, all these boats here and there, they're all back there. You can't really see them because of the tree. On a quick side note, that pier right there, I'm about to head to that one right there. It's my favorite place in the entire city. I say it a lot, and I'm just gonna keep saying it a lot. So one thing about me, I absolutely hate wearing a camera around my neck. I absolutely hate it. I think it's really dumb and really tacky, but I've got literally 2 backpacks, a cup, and no hands for my second camera. I can already tell you right now this place is gonna flood. This water is already higher than I've ever seen it in a very long time. Now, I'm not going to be doing much out here today because it is super hot and I have a lot of other things to do. But I am going to get a couple time lapses of the city, and I wanted to come out here one more time at least before the hurricane. Again, I don't think it's going to be that bad, at least for Sarasota, but you never know. Like I said, we won't really know until tomorrow. It's really hard driving past the old Salty Dog and not going in and getting food. On a bright note, I'm gonna get salad. That was delicious as always. I had a nice salad, little blackened shrimp. Delicious. I'm back at school now. It is closed, but I need to clean off the trailer. We brought the boats here yesterday and we moved them all inside, but the trailer still has a ton of stuff on it and we don't want it blowing away. So I'm gonna go clean it off alone today because nobody else is here. This is gonna take forever. And also, I wanna show you just how hot it is outside today, at least right now. This is literally gonna be horrible. This is gonna be so hot outside. Pay no attention to the check engine light or the fact that I'm not wearing a seatbelt or the tire pressure sensor. I'm taking care of all those. Shout out to these signs and these super sturdy tables I built for USF last year. These things are where it's at. Built these bad boys by hand. Power saw and nothing else. Well, and a screwdriver and some nails. And I mean some paint, because this wasn't green originally. It actually looks like somebody's already done this, so I'm gonna put this stuff back in the shed and we're good. Somebody like put straps all over this. Should hold stuff down. From the wind isn't going to be too bad here. It's going to maybe get like 30 miles an hour. So we should be fine. If the storm turns and actually we're going to get more than that, I'll come back here and fix that. But that should be good. One of our boats is right there. That's one of our boats. It's in the entire hall. That literally takes up like the entire hallway. So an interesting fact about the USF campus in Sarasota, we actually have an endangered turtle species on our campus. And I found one. Look, he's gonna back up now because he's scared. I'm pretty sure they're like gopher tortoises. I'm not 100% certain though. But they live on our campus, and that's why we can't like build right there. We can't like expand to the road because there needs to be, like, they're protected. They're protected by the government. Because I have a little bit of free time because I didn't have to do that thing at school, I'm gonna come show you another place of mine that's like a favorite. Not the favorite, but a favorite. If you're a longtime viewer of the vlog, you'll recognize this place. There's like an impending, there's like a really, where is it? You can't see it from here. There's a really bad storm coming though. So hopefully I don't get caught here. I've tried to capture it as much as possible, but the wildlife today are going crazy. This is kind of sort of technically the calm before the storm. Sarasota, at least as of right now, isn't getting hit directly, but it's calm right now. Everything is calm, except for the animals. I mean, like, literally there are squirrels like fighting each other, like non-stop. And that's something you don't usually see. Like, from time to time you'll see it, but not this often. Earlier when I was on that pier, there were fish just going crazy. There were fish fighting each other and eating each other. Like big fish, the same kind of fish, like attacking each other. When I was at the Salty Dog, the birds were going insane, and the fish in the water there too were going insane. It's very interesting. It's very interesting that the animals and the birds, although they can't see the storm, they know that it's coming. I mean, I don't know if you can actually hear the birds because this microphone's not that great and this camera's probably broken because I broke this one too. But everything is super loud. All the animals, all the birds. I even heard a squirrel. Now, I've never heard a squirrel before, and I, for the life of me, couldn't imitate what it sounded like, but it was just really weird. I'm not saying this to scare anybody, I'm just letting you guys know what's happening. I'm trying to document this entire thing. That's what this is. These hurricane vlogs is what I'm going to be titling them. They're going to be a little bit separate than my everyday, you know, they're still going to be my everyday vlog, but it's really from now until the storm passes. Depending on the damage, it might extend longer, but this is all my life is going to have to be about because, I mean, the storm is coming. I'm not like a storm chaser, and I have zero ambition to do anything like that. But if the opportunity arises, and I have the ability to like do anything with this storm, or any storm for that matter, I'm definitely taking the opportunity. I'm gonna make sure that I never miss an opportunity to make a video. This right here is the situation at a really, really, really tiny gas station, and one of the only gas stations in this area that actually has gas. It's crazy. I'm checking back in. It's 7 o'clock now. The new model has it shifting more towards the west, so it's right up the state again now. And I'm highly convinced that if all else fails and everything goes bad, these are going to be the new currency, so we bought a box. We should have bought the whole pallet though. This just further proves that hurricanes are unpredictable. They literally continue to change the path of this storm. Also, if you get food that is currency, make sure not to eat it. I hope my Weight Watchers coach isn't watching this. This seems like 30 points. But this really goes to show how prepared you really need to be. Don't try to scramble to get prepared 2 days before the storm. Make sure you're prepared at least a week before. We were prepared. That was last minute shopping we're doing. I'm sorry this is so dark. I don't really have time to fix this. I got home much later than I planned. And so I need to very quickly send this drone up and get those shots that I want. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I'm just gonna put this right here. The sky's beautiful though.